Today. One thing I'd like to talk about is how our rights are taken slowly, how certain things are done, and it's done over time. My analogy is several times about frogs in a pot of boiling water. For those of you that don't know, if you stick a frog in a pot of boiling water, already boiling water, he'll turn right the hell out. But if you put him in a pot of room temperature water and you slowly turn the heat up, he'll just stay there and let himself be boiled to death, cooked alive. And essentially that's the tactic that they use on us when it comes to several things. For instance, in 1913, the federal income tax was 1%. 1%. Over time, that increases little by little. So initially, if they would have came out and said, you're going to be taxed 35% or whatever it is, at this point in time, it's 30-something%, the people would not have went for that. But the fact that it was done little by little, they did. And I can also use the same type of, not analogies, but references when it comes to immigration as well. Let's just talk about Britain. Do you think the Brits in 1950, for instance, would have allowed the millions of immigrants that are now there? And I'm not here to pick on immigrants. It's not their fault, but to the native Brits, can you sit here and say that anything positive has come from this mass immigration that was imposed upon them? Of course not. They're losing their culture, they're losing their lives, and their very existence is being threatened. Any reasonable person can see that. So, but would the people in 1950 have accepted a mass influx of immigrants? No, but a little bit here, a little bit there, and they move on to the next generation. The next generation is used to it a little bit, and they bombard us with guilt. And if you even were to suggest, hey, this isn't good for native Brits, then you're a racist, and this, that, and the other. This was all pre-planned, and they carry it out slowly but surely. We can talk about gun rights, for instance, or any rights. The bottom line is, I'll get into guns for just a moment here because I can point out a couple of the excuses that they used. In 1934, the National Firearms Act was passed in response to gangster culture during Prohibition. The law implements a tax on the making and transfer of automatic fire guns, shotguns, and rifles. So this is an excuse for them to tax us and to take our rights away, our God-given rights. I don't need nobody to tell me that I have the right to protect my family, not just against criminals, but especially against those that are in control of our lives.